Hi there, it's Shirley Young here from Handmade by Shirley. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming on to do the team video hot for January for Team Jazzle Dazzle. And the team hot this month for January is Simple Stamping. So we're only a small team, but we'd love you to check out the people's links down below who are taking part in this, and I've come on today to do a simple card. So I am using some Blackberry Bliss cardstock and basic white cardstock, and the actual base of my card is Blackberry Bliss. I've got an insert which is the size of card is 6 by 6. The insert is, I think it was 5 1/4 squared, and I've got a few layers just to layer it up, and I'm going to pop them up on dimensionals just to give it a wee bit of height, and this part at the top will be stamped on. So I've got a piece that is of basic white, which is a matte layer, and that is a 5 3/4 squared. Then I've got a piece I've gutted, which I'm being a bit better at being frugal, so that piece I can use for something else. This piece is 5 1/2 squared, and this piece is 5 1/4 squared. So it'll be looking like that, and I'll be pushing up on dimensionals just to push it up a bit as well. So I'm just going to stamp on the inside first of all and get that out of the way. The stamp set I'm using is Lovely You, and I'm using a variety of colours: Paper Papaya, Fresh Freesia, Soft Succulent. I might use Gorgeous Grape, and I'm definitely using Blackberry Bliss. So I'm going to start off, as I say, stamping my insert. So I'll just pop it on like that, so I'm going to see what I'm actually going to be stamping. So I think I'm going to use Just Because on the inside, and I will do some other types of floral stamping as well. So just pop that onto a block. So, and I'm just going to use the Blackberry Bliss. So, and I'm just going to pop that straight into the middle. Just hold it for a few seconds and then lift it up. And then I think I'll do a few little flowers around it. So we've got a couple of, I've got this nice little flower here, this one and this one, these leaves as well, and lots of lovely sentiments. So I can see that small flower. That's gone. I must have lost it or put it in another. So I'm just actually, what actually I'm going to do is, there's this wee kind of fleur de lis thing, and I've just, you see, I've not really planned this. I don't tend to plan everything I do. So I'm just going to pop that down onto here. And I think what we'll do is a wee bit in each corner, still using the Blackberry Bliss. Just pop that in each corner. Oh, that wasn't so good, but don't worry. Just keep it down a little bit longer. Still a wee bit. That's better. Needed a bit more pressure. Better. And you could go around actually doing the whole thing. So this is just simple stamping, really. and it's very therapeutic. So just go around there. There we go. Now the next thing I want to do is to put it inside. So let's get my Tombow out and hopefully it'll come out for me. Sometimes it's a bit temperamental. Oh, there we go. And I just tend to put glue on the top of my inserts because I think it gives your card a more professional look. If you look in some of the cards that you might get from people that are not handmade from the shops, they are a bit like that, and I just think it looks a bit more professional. So just pop that inside, and that's your insert, and you're still left with that wee, you don't want that to come up, but you're still left with that bit at the bottom, like so. So we're going to work onto the front now, and we're going to do some layering. So we're going to pop that on. I'm not gutting that one because obviously I've gutted the next one, and if I gutted both of them, well, I could gut this, but I haven't gutted this. It's just to give it a bit more stability as we build it up. So put that one down flat, like so, and just make sure there's a little border. There should be a little border, even border of Blackberry Bliss all the way around. Try and keep it straight as possible. That's it. The next bit of Blackberry Bliss I've gutted. It's a bit scabby, but you're not going to see that because obviously I'm going to cover that. So I'm going to put that on some dimensionals just to raise it up a bit. Give it a little bit of a lift. There we go. Just going to pop this in my little stand that one of my fellow team gave me to stand my Tombow in. It's really good and it helps the flow of glue to keep running down as well. So that's good. That's them all now. And then this as well should just have a very small bit of white border going round. So, and then we come to our top piece, which is going to be our stamped part. And we'll just get rid of this from the side because I'll end up sticking to it. And right, so we'll pop this to the side just now, and I'll bring in this mat. I don't probably need it because I've got red rubber stamps, and this is usually used with the cling stamps, the polymer stamps even. So we'll just bring in this set and just have a look at it and see what we can use. So it's simple stamping. So simple stamping can make a really lovely card or box or background, whatever you're going to do with it. So I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to do. So I'm going to either decide to do the whole thing, or I decide to just do one side, or across here, or just one stamp somewhere. So let me think. Right, so I'm going to do the stamping onto the front piece of the card, and I'm using the lovely U stamp set, and I'm using some in colours that are in just now, apart from the Blackberry Bliss isn't an in colour. And what I want to do on the front is I've cut a piece of card, it was actually a bit of scrap. That is that's 1 inch in width, and I want to put that roughly down the middle of my card front. And I've got some low tack tape. I'm just going to pop on the ends of it, so you can either mask it with a big piece of this, or you can do it with a big piece of post-it note. Now I hope that's straight enough. That looks straight enough. So this will create a nice white piece when I lift off the stamps, because I don't want the stamp to go over that side, and likewise I don't want the stamp to go over, you know, over to this side if you're doing it at the top. So this will create a nice white space so I can put a stamp sentiment in the middle. So that's all pretty easy. So I'm going to start off with my lovely U stamp set, and I'm going to use this nice stamp. It's like lots of different, it's like lots of like foliage. Oh, I'm putting it on the wrong way, silly me. So just pop that onto your block, and I'm just going to use some Soft Succulent. Move that down slightly. So just tap, tap, tap into your ink pad, and then look to see, it looks like it's gone over slightly, so just make sure you're not going to get a line. Nope, that's fine. So do that again, and then just, as I say, you can stamp over this piece, because that will keep that piece in the middle completely clear. So just hold it down for a few seconds each time so that it goes onto the card below and you get a nice image. There we go. And we can do that again at the opposite side. That's it. And I think we'll make it a bit higher here, so it's just on the card. And the same at this side. There we go. Now I'm going to turn this round because I want to do the same at the opposite side, opposite bit down below. So I've turned this mat round. If you're not doing it on a mat, but you have got it onto a surface like this, or your grid paper if you're using Stampin' Up, just tear the grid paper off and turn it round and do it like that. So just same thing. This is pretty easy to do. This is, I would class this simple stamping. I mean, you could do it all in the one colour if you wanted to, but it's nice to have a bit of variety in the colours, and we have some really nice colours in our ink pads. So that's that one done. So put that away for now. And I'm going to use this nice little flower here next. And I'm going to use the fresh Freesia for that one. So it doesn't matter, I've turned it round, but I can do it on both sides and then turn it again. So just do your tap, 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 make sure it's on, and then you can do that just in between the leaves. press it down a bit, and that is a lighter colour. And do the same here. There we go. And then just turn it round again and do your, so you would turn your paper round again and do exactly the same. You just decide where you want it to go. Make it your card, don't necessarily copy me, you're entitled to copy me if you like, that's absolutely fine, but you know, you can make it your own card. You can use a different stamp set completely, and obviously use stamp sets that you've got. So that's that flower. Right, so now I've got this little one too, which is a wee like wee buds. So let's just pop them on that small tiny block. So that's a little one you've got there. And I think we showed you some Blackberry Bliss. So the Blackberry Bliss is a very dark colour. So what you can do, if you don't want it as dark as that, you can do it onto a piece of scrap first and then stamp it onto your project so that the colour isn't as dark. So that's what would happen. But I think we need a little bit of darkness on that. So let's see if I can hover over. That might totally ruin this, you know. Not too bad. So just popping it in between, and then I'm just going to turn it round and do the same on this side. So just hold it down a little bit longer. That's better. Like so. There we go. And I'm just trying to decide if I'll do any more. I think I'll just leave it like that. So now I'm going to take this off and get the low tack tape off and reveal that there's a line in the middle, which looks quite nice. So what you could do is you could get a black pen and draw round that just to neaten that up. So I have got a black pen. You could actually get a green pen. You could get any colour you wanted pen. So I'm just trying to think. Will I or won't I? Let's bring the card back into play and just let's see. So you could have it like that with your these are just ideas. So you could have it like that, or you could have it like that. But yeah, I think it's probably better like that because then you can add your sentiment. So I'm going to leave it like that, and then I'm going to put a simple sentiment in the middle, and I'm going to decide which one so will I have. So in the inside of the card I wrote just because. So let me think. What about cherished friend? So let's get cherished friend out. Find the right stamp. There we go. And just pop that onto your block. And then just make sure it's straight, of course. So perhaps if you pop it into the middle of If you want it in the middle, you could have it at the side. You don't have to have it in the middle, but I think I'm going to put it into the middle. So just line it up where you're going to pop it. Try and keep it straight as, and then pop it onto your block. That's probably the best thing to do. And I'm going to use my Blackberry Bliss for that again, like so. So bring your wee bit of ink to your stamp, and then just line it up with something on your board, your grid paper, grid board, and then that kind of makes it look, keep it kind of straight. So, and then just find a middle point, or if you're doing it to the side, find a point. You can do it to the left, the right, or the middle. You could do it down there, but I think because we've done that bit in the middle, that's where I'm going to put it. So just pop that down, hold that down, give it a little bit of pressure, and then lift it. And there we go. And then I'm just going to add this tiny little fleur-de-lis piece again onto the front too. I think what I'm going to do is put one there and one there, and I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape for this. So just try and keep your stamp straight. So just pop that on there again. That might be a better idea wrong way around, surely. Because you want it there. Oh, that was the right way round. So pick it up, that's it, and then pop it into your pad. And then I think I'll just have one here. That's it. And then I'm going to have one here. So there we go. And I think that's me done. So just pop this all onto the front of the card. Pop the ink tops on first, out to the side. I'll bring my card back over. Not as straight as I'd like, but it's fine. And then that's the top of your card. And I mean, look, it looks very nice, and the colours all match. And I think that's a lovely card to give to your friend. So we're going to pop that back up on dimensionals as well. So just a quick go around the edges. Go, oh, missed one. Like so. Right, that's us. So then just find middle spot. You want to have a little bit of, make sure I've not got it the wrong way around, that's it, little bit of border all the way round, and then just plant it down. And then the very last thing we want to do is pop some gems on, because it always finishes off with a wee bit of gems. So I'm just trying to see what I have got in the way of gems. I've got a couple of these. I'll just pop these on. I don't know what these are called, that escapes me, but I'm just going to pop these on before they ping off. And I'm going to do one there and one up. One there. Okay, and that is my card for simple stamping. So I hope you've enjoyed it today, and if you have, please check out my team below. The links are all in the description box down below, and please let us know what you thought of our projects, and see you next time on the February video hop. Thank you for coming. Bye for now.